Shooting sparked quick and angry protests. Neighbors pulled out their phones as officers got physical. You can see spraying tear gas and pushing people to the ground.
Our Adam Duxter witnessed firsthand the strong emotions in the crowd. He joins us right now. So what is the community's reaction, Adam?
Yeah, Amelia, you heard Connor say just a moment ago that the mood has turned somber. I would say over the course of the last 6.5 hours, it's been every emotion under the sun, really, from anger to frustration. Now the mood here at 34th in Portland, very much one of somberness and sadness. Important to remember where we're standing is more or less a residential area with homes on either side of the street for blocks in either direction. And so you heard Connor say, yes, there was one person who heard this and came out. There was a number of people, perhaps a half dozen to a dozen people who were just simply in their house at the time, heard the commotion, came out and captured it on video in one way or another. And again, we had police barricades here for hours. We saw those confrontations when the federal agents attempted to leave, and then another confrontation when Minneapolis police left as well just a couple of hours ago. But of course, now you can see behind us the scene. Rather, I believe you're seeing now some of the video of the day, but behind us right now, there's probably 350, 400 people gathered for this memorial. We haven't heard of anyone who knew this individual who was killed yet, but I did speak again with another neighbor who was upstairs, heard the commotion, took a video of his own, and this was his perspective, talking hours later what he had to say about the moment.
I'm not going to say that she's totally innocent because she's possibly could have seen someone in front of her, but I don't think so, because she was looking at this way while he was snatching on her car like, hey, this person's in front. I can't see no one in front of me right now. So it could have been on her mistake too, you know. I'm not saying it's totally their fault. I'm saying it's their fault because they shouldn't have had to fire a shot. You shouldn't have to shoot an old lady.
And Aaron and Amelia, it's important context also to remember that Operation Metro Surge was the initial federal enforcement that started back in the beginning of December. And then, of course, at the beginning of this week, ICE called it the largest operation federally ever. 2,000 agents descending upon the Twin Cities, making arrests already all across the metro area. And talking with people here, even just a moment ago before this live shot started, one person told me it feels like there's been a rubber band that's being pulled back for a while now. In this moment, for so many, feels like the moment that band snapped down. And again, we'll see the emotion here with this crowd. Hundreds of people gathered already, and just again, from anger to sadness to grief, and many calling for answers now.
Adam, live for us a moment that local officials said that many have been fearing and preparing for. We appreciate your live report. And within the past 90 minutes, the president responded on social media. He said the woman was, quote, driving the car, was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer. But local leaders say the exact opposite happened. Our Reg Chapman is here with that. And Reg, the mayor of Minneapolis, not mincing words today.
Well, Aaron, Mayor Fry was very clear. He does not want ICE in our city. He also said he watched several videos from the scene, and in his opinion, the woman who was shot was not being aggressive and did not pose a threat to ICE agents. Mayor Fry says the course of action now is to get to the bottom of this, get justice, and to make sure there is an investigation that is conducted in full. The mayor says a 37-year-old woman is dead and she was shot by an ICE agent. Fry said this was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying.
We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead.
Now, Mayor Fry and Chief O'Hare thanked city council members who were on scene, helping to calm the crowd while MPD worked to get ICE agents out of the area. We'll show you some footage of what that looked like coming up on the news at 5.
All right, Reg Chapman for us. Thank you. Well, the head of Homeland Security says Mayor Fry's version of events was incorrect. Kristi Noem says the woman was aggressive with the agent who acted to save his own life.
They were attempting to push out their vehicle and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle.
Secretary Noem also said it was an act of domestic terrorism and called for an end to sanctuary cities and states. The president said the officer is recovering in the hospital right now. Secretary Noem is expected to address the shooting again within the next hour.